Evening, everyone. Just wanted to show you tonight progress on the sanding facility, and that all is not always rosy in the model railroading world. This is probably, I'm going to call it a result of bad planning, although I didn't know that I needed to plan for this. But anyhow, let me explain. You can see the sanding facility back there. The two platforms on the right and in the middle are permanently attached. There you can see a bit of a bridge across the top where the sanding towers mount in place. So my quandary is that if you look down there, you can see that GATX loco is hitting the edge of this third platform, and there's not clearance enough in the middle track here where this Burlington Northern is sitting to go down in between. So I discovered this the other night when I was putting this together, and I tried to do a modification on the sanding tower area, which I'm not happy with. My original intent of the modification was to take the third platform off and make this a two-platform sanding facility. But I've since thought otherwise about that. I did receive in the kit another platform section here without the railings, of course, because they're glued on there now. But I think I can get those off. But anyway, what I think I'm going to do is the siding where that GATX logo is, I think I may remove it. For a couple of reasons. First of all, I really like the sanding facility as it's designed, with the two towers and the three platforms. I don't want to sacrifice that. The second thing is that having that extra space in there will allow me to run a road down back to the engine facility back there, and have a little bit more realism. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's also going to free up a couple of turnouts, a left and a right turnout, which I can probably use somewhere else in the layout. So you can see also that the railings on this platform were pretty badly warped. They came out of the kit that way, so I'm not sure exactly why they were like that. The kit wasn't new, I guess. I'll call it new. It wasn't still sealed, and it looked like it had probably been opened before. So what I may try and do here to straighten those up a bit is maybe kind of kit bash some type of a pipe that runs along the railing to look like it's supplying the sanding facility somehow. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but maybe just running one down along the edge there. And the point of that being that if I can find a piece of plastic long enough, I may use even a dowel rod to do this. I'll be able to glue that railing to the pipe, make it look like it's straight when it's actually, as my dad would say, crooked as a dog's hind leg running down through there. This is the other platform with the other railing on. You can see it's a little bit crooked, but not too bad. So I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this one or not. Let me show you the other one. You can see it's got a little bit of a bend in it, but it's not so bad. Maybe when I get it together, I'll make that decision. But so I think what I'm going to do tonight is first of all determine whether or not I can get the platform apart where the sanding towers stand. And if I can do that, then I'll proceed with probably removing that siding. So this is a good reason to put the stuff down, at least for me, with white glue, with the tracks down with white glue. I can just spray that with water, let it sit for a few minutes, and run a putty knife under there, and that siding will come up. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm not going to film the entire thing, record the entire thing, sorry, just because of time and so forth. But I will, along the way, stop and record my progress. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that even when things fail, I'm going to show them to you. So be back soon. All right, so I was able to remove the platform from the top without sacrificing the tower supports. So I've got the other piece of that tower yet, and let me show you what's left of that. Sorry about that, but here's the piece of tower that I cut off when I was trying to modify this. So I'm going to remove the support from this piece as well, and then see what I can salvage as far as the railings go. Progress continues. All right, guys, so I've wet down this section of track here, just a spray bottle, and you can see I've got the putty knife started under here, and it just separates really easily without, destroying any of the track. So, the good thing about this, I'll be able to use it again. So I'm going to stop recording here because I don't want to damage anything, trying to do this one-handedly. So let me finish this and I will come back. Okay, so track is removed, and it's going to give me plenty of room. This is obviously a non-powered unit here, but I need about 1/4 of an inch clearance between the platform and the railings there of the locomotive. So this base here that's glued in already right here, I'm going to have to lift it out and move it over a bit so that I've got the appropriate clearance there. I think if I set the platform in there right now without relocating, well, I guess it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be right on the edge. I can move it in a bit here. I'm trying to film and move at the same time. Hopefully this isn't making everyone seasick. But just for kind of estimating purposes, it looks like I can position it about there, maybe even a little closer, and that's going to give me about 1/8 of an inch clearance between the supports underneath the platform and the edge of this pad. Sorry, the edge of this pad here. So I'm going to redesign, or not redesign, actually rebuild my sanding tower section here and kind of get it in place and set that platform, and we'll see how it looks once it's in place, because I made that mistake before of not assembling it and then seeing how it was all going to fit in. So let me go about reassembling the tower, and we'll go from there. So the nice thing about using Testor's liquid cement to assemble these things is that you can put the cement back on there, and it actually will attack the cement that's previously there. And you can see I've gotten the end railing and one of the side railings off. Got a little bit of damage there, but that'll glue back in place. So I'm going to work on the other side of the railing here, and then this one I unfortunately used super glue with. So I'm hoping that I can take my razor saw and just cut the end of this off right here. So we'll see how that goes. Back at the workbench, what I've done, these are the sanding towers, and I've glued on a piece of pipe that I was able to salvage from cutting the towers apart. So the bottom there goes actually down inside this platform, which is drying over here. So that won't be seen. Of course, I may have to paint it, but so I've got both of these, with the little stub ends glued on. That will at least elevate them to the height they were supposed to be at. And what I have over here is the platform. I was able to salvage all the railings and get them back on. You can see there's a gap in that one railing, which is the distance by which I shortened the railing originally. So what I'm going to do is there are ladders for these platforms. So this is going to be where the ladder is going to fit in. On the original plan, they're supposed to be in the center, off of the center platform, but I'm going to move this one here. There'll be one ladder access here. The other side which is in the midst of being glued right now. You can see where there was a gap in the railing. I was going to try and originally move that end piece that is right here, right there, but I couldn't get it loose. As I said, I glued those with, well, I didn't say. I glued them with CA because I kind of wanted to get this done. So there's a gap in that railing. But I have some little railing pieces left over sitting right here, which I'll clean up and see. Hopefully 2 of those will span that gap. So anyway, you know, if I can't get that railing to look right in there, I may put, you know, just a flat piece or, you know, something in there to fill that gap. So anyhow, we'll come back and see what that so you know looks like. As model railroaders, we never throw anything away. I found an old piece of railing. You can see it sitting there, which I cut a section out of and stuck in there. It's even a little bit different yellow. And in my mind, on my railroad, that's a gate that is for some reason in there but no longer in use. Maybe they use it to, you know, when they have to service the sanding tower that's on this side, if they have to run a bucket lift up in there, you know, they can open the gate and somebody can get up in there that way. So on my railroad, that's what it's going to be. So once all this glue dries on here, I will probably repaint this so it looks a little bit nicer. You can see it's kind of torn up right now. But I don't know, maybe that's weathering. This end looks a little bit torn up here. So anyway, that's drying. We'll see what it looks like once it's dry. So meanwhile, back over here at the ranch, I'm going to glue this platform now on top of these posts, and I need to make sure it's level. And I'm going to glue these 2 in on this side, and I'm going to set the other post in there and determine where the platform needs to be. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll see how this works out. All right, guys, so this is where I am at present. I don't have the sanding towers in there yet, obviously, but I do have platform number 3 in there. It's a little close to the edge, but you know, again, as I say, I'm going to run a road down through there, so hopefully it'll look okay. You know, it's better than what I could have expected it to look like. So that's all glued and it's drying right now, so I don't want to do anything to it to screw it up. So don't know if I'll be able to do any more tonight, but if I do, I will definitely record it. Talk to you soon. All right, guys, sanding towers are up now, and luckily the tubes that hold those towers are hollow. I was able to find a piece of sprue that was exactly the proper inside diameter to fit down inside the tube in the bottom and also inside the tube at the top. So I feel a little bit better, at least about how they're supported now. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get the piping in. I've got the sand hoses in there right now, so you can see those. I'll tell you one thing that's become my best friend. See those black hoses there? Felt tip marker. There's no way in the world you could paint those, at least not, I couldn't. So just got a felt tip marker and painted them. Tried to leave the ends silver so they look like they're fittings. But you know, it's not perfect, but it's a heck of a lot better looking than if I had tried to paint those things. So I can come back now and touch up the outside of these now that they're glued in. So I can get those hoses to look like they attach at the top. But anyway, there we go. This has kind of been a project that I didn't anticipate having to do tonight, but anyway, it's done. You can see the center line of the track that was in there and how close it was. So there's no way that I would have ever been able to make that fit. I've gotten the turnouts removed at either end. So there's one there and there's one out down there. So maybe over the weekend I can come back out here and finish this. I still have to put the supply lines that come from the base of the sand towers down to the top of the filler hoses. So I'm going to let this dry for a day or two. Tomorrow being Friday, I'm not going to be out here tomorrow evening. But hopefully by then, you know, it'll be dry and ready to go. My my deal with the ladder is not going to work out either, because the base of the ladder is going to fit, or actually hit right on top of the railing here. So I may just put another little fake gate in there as well and put the ladders back in the middle where they go. All right, that's it for this evening. Thanks for watching. I hope this was, it may not be enjoyable, but possibly informative. So take care, guys. Thanks.